Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties with the camera. The camera, my camera, and it was recording, and then the screen went black, but then you could still hear me and stuff. But anyway, all right. So what I was saying was, that's the relationship we've been dealing with the government. Like you're the child, mischievous child. We caught you doing something, and then now we see you. You're like, I didn't do it. You did do it. I saw you do it. Let me just look closer so y'all can see what's going on. Oh gosh. Yeah. So the whole point of it is this whole thing about putting fear or instilling fear in front of you to make you do what I want to do. Like I said before, goes back to being a mental slave. If you really thought for yourself and you did things for yourself, there's nothing wrong. Why be afraid to do something? Oh, I'm afraid to, if I do that, they're gonna come and, I don't want to, nothing to happen and things like. But when you're around your own, you make it seem like you go tough and you go hard. So why can't you do it all the time? You want to be halftime? Don't be halftime. Okay. Being halftime means that when it's convenient to you and you're around your friends and you're around your family, you want to make things seem as if that you're the one that will get it popping, or you're the one that will make things happen just because your word says it's the bomb. No, that's not the case. You just showing off. If you really felt the way you felt, I'll say this again. If you really felt the way you felt, then you will be living like that. There's nothing wrong with the conscious community. There's nothing wrong with learning and building extra intelligence. The thing about it is when you constantly and continuously, let me see, what y'all call it? What y'all call it? Yo, I'm telling you, I'm straight old school with that shit. What y'all call it? Cloud chasing? When you're cloud chasing, then you're doing more talking than living about the information you're talking about. And for me, I'm just wrapped different. I rather be the example than be the one always running my mouth. That's why I said I'll go into different topics and stuff like that. Because if I sit here talking about one thing and beating your head into something that you already heard, you understand what I'm saying? Then that's not really going to help you that much because I'm talking and not applying. And everybody needs to apply. All of you young ones out there, I'm telling you right now, do not get hold on. Do not get misinformation just because someone wants to make $1. And if someone wants to make $1, they should just let it be known. Let it be known. I'm here to make a buck. This is the information I have. Here you go. That way, I don't have to waste my time. But if you truly say you're caring about the youth, then what you need to understand with the youth is the youth needs attention. They need guidance. They need discipline. And shit, they like to get yelled at. Because then they know that you care. You're giving them that attention. You're giving them that what's the word? That not attention, but you're giving them that nurturing feeling. You're giving them that comfort. You're giving them that respect. Because a lot of these youth here feel unrespected. They don't feel like you respect what they're doing. Anytime one of these little kids have something going on, it's just shunned and ignored. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's so much young talent out there. It is amazing. And y'all dudes keep doing y'all thing. Sisters, keep doing y'all thing. Because whatever you're bringing to the table, a lot of us have not done or have seen, and you are the ones out there using these platforms to make it happen. And I'm talking about the positive ones. Continue to do that because you have ones younger than you listening and watching. So I respect that to the fullness. You understand? I truly respect that. So we have to continue doing those things. I'm not here to be a pastor, a preacher, a leader, or nothing, because again, I will forever be a student on this planet. I'm constantly learning. And if there's something that I don't know, we could figure it out together and then break it down and dissect it and go in. I said that the last show. What everybody else wants to do, they can do. I love being in my lane. Period. I love being in my lane. So fear mongering is the worst thing you can do than start a war, because you're putting in okay, when you deal with fear, a whole bunch of things in your body start to act up. Now your immune system is really acting up. Your system, your respiratory system, your nervous system, it starts to act up. And now your body goes into a whole different type of state just because of fear. All of these things, all of these chemical imbalances that lead to disease is not good for our mental and physical health or our spiritual health. Remember, loss of consciousness is very detrimental to us, because if we have that loss of consciousness, which a lot of us have, that means we have forgotten, like I said, we've forgotten who the self is. And trust me, I fell victim to that too. And you know, every once in a while, you might snap out whatever you went because you might have to get in warrior mode, and that's fine. There are times for that. If you're receiving bad customer service, you know, you snap out. You're not gonna play that with me, okay? I've been here waiting. You're gonna address me, okay? And you're gonna take care of me. We're gonna get this done. That's it. When you speak out and you express how you feel, and I'm not talking about in violence, I'm talking about in expression, verbal expression. When you express how you really feel and you tell someone that this is not right, I don't respect the way you did this, and I'm not going to tolerate this. Now, you notice when you let something out, how good you feel? No, I'm literally asking. You know, when you say something that you've been holding in for so long, and you know that feeling you get when you do it, it just comes, you're like, that was the real you. And now you have to keep it there, okay? You have to keep it there because now that real you is there, attached with your other ancestral spirits, okay? Now you can move forward out of the fear. So now any place you walk or any place you go with it without fear. Anytime you need to speak, doesn't matter if it's a small crowd or a big crowd or where you work or whatever, if you need to speak up about something or you want to be heard, the fear is not in there, okay? So let's be honest with ourselves. Fear mongering is wrong. I'm going to use that word. It is wrong. In a lot of ways, it does mental, spiritual, and physical damage. To constantly have people in worry and fear and stress is evil. It's evil. Do you even know? Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you even know what consciousness is? Because it's said a lot, but honestly, just honestly, not the definition. I'm not looking for the book definition. I am simply asking you, do you really know what consciousness is? Anytime you come across a word, you must always ask yourself, what does it mean to me? How does this word apply to the actions that I'm doing? How do these words apply to the very existence that I am in? That is another thing I'm going to get into, wordplay. We don't watch what we say. And then we use words in sentences and we're not using them in the proper form and we're just saying shit, okay? Not knowing the meaning of what we say. 10 times out of 10, people are using words, have no understanding of them because they're using them in the improper context, and you're just saying stuff. You're just literally just saying stuff. And now, as you're a responsible, educated person, you have to go back and you have to say, okay, can you repeat what you just said? Would you like me to tell you what you just said? Do you know what that word means? And why are you using it in that sentence? Because you're trying to mess me up. You're trying to mentally mess me up. You want to reword things and put them into a certain way where it fits your comfortability because you want to seem right all of the time. Or you put them in forms, of philosophies, and you think because you put certain things in philosophies that I'm supposed to think that you're an intelligent person, and you're not actually applying anything, you're just saying stuff. Because remember, a wicked person could come and tell you the truth too, but that doesn't mean the wicked person is doing what they just told you. Consequences. So yeah, it's deep. It's that deep. It's that deep, and it gets deeper. Remember what I said yesterday. If you're in a hole, you have to stop digging. But when it comes to yourself, you have to dig deeper. When it comes to yourself, you have to dig deeper. You know, this other thing I have an issue with is, okay, kids out there, I'm gonna be honest with you. Whatever it is you know that you're good at, whatever it is you know you're good at, that no one else knows how to do better than you, please, please, please listen to me. Or don't listen to me, but listen to me. Do it. Do it to the fullest. Everybody doesn't want to be a construction worker. Everybody doesn't want to be a painter. Everybody doesn't want to be a mechanic. These are all of these things right here. Back in the day, were forced upon us, and these things, they were called labor. Before it was called trades, it was called labor. And what I see in the youth now, they do not want to do that. I am out there every day. Because when I do my driving jobs, I'm in DC all day, every day. All day, every day. And they're not doing none of that shit. These youth right now, they have condos, all of that stuff. They probably roommating 3 or 4 of them just to pay that bill. You know what I'm saying? That's their own kind of that's the new struggling or whatever, but that's what they're doing. They're doing their TikToks, they're doing their skateboarding and stuff. I don't know if y'all seen them little new hoverboarders, like one wheel, and you put your feet on 2 of the platforms and then just keep moving. And they got that. This is a whole bunch of stuff they're doing right now. They don't want to do stuff that's laborish. They don't. They want to do their creativity. And stopping their imagination and creativity is dimming the light inside of them, and we have to keep the light bright. Jeez, boy, goodness. Make a hard head, make a soft ass, and the asses that soft out here, boy, that should feel like mashed potato. God, least. These kids don't want to do that. And you know what? That is good. They should inspire to be other things that lives inside of them. They should be able to do that. Shit, our ancestors live inside of us so deep. You never know the talents and the stuff that we're doing is something that they did. You don't know. Oh, this person is a good boxer. So, well, maybe the ancestors that live in them was a great boxer at the time, or they was a great fighter, or a great builder, if you want to do that, or a great scientist. You don't know what spirits lives in these kids. You don't know. You have geniuses all over the place. Yo, these little black kids, as soon as they turn like 2, 3 years old, you start seeing them do stuff, and you like, what the hell? You see? Because we're not teaching them. They're teaching us. They're showing us how we should be. In fact, not only that, they're showing us who they are. It's like, let me introduce you to myself. I am your child. You know that feeling you get when you look into the baby's eyes, and you just locked in, from eye to eye, you just locked in and in zone, and you can just feel the energy, and they can feel your energy. You understand? They're absorbing all of that from us because they're oh yeah, they're like, oh, I already know who you are. I chose you. You didn't choose me. Just because you brought me into this life, that didn't mean you chose me. I chose you to be my parent. I chose you to be my parent. So now that I chose you, this is what we're going to do. All these arguments. And before I even go into that, Let me show you one thing this year did. This year showed you that your gods aren't shit. Anybody who's religious out there, they stopped you from praying. They stopped you from worshiping. You don't have a mind of your own. You don't have a mind of your own. With that being said, let me segue into what I was about to say. It doesn't matter what religion you are. I'm saying religion, not there's two different things. There's spirituality and then there's religious people. To me, religious people are not spiritual, they're religious. That's why it's called religion. Spirituality is spirituality. Excuse me. Spirituality. Spirituality deals with all, let me explain to you. Spirituality deals with all aspects of spirituality. Spiritual nature and us. Whether the nature is animal, verdure, grass, landscape, water, mountains, tree, all of that. All of that is spiritual. Spirituality is very important. It is very important because with that right there, you connect yourselves to your ancestors that was here before and they did real work, which is some of y'all are lacking and y'all trying to ignore the fact that these things happen. Or this is what you're doing. You're trying to serve two masters, which is what I see a lot of you. You want to say that you're conscious and you're doing spiritual work, but at the same time, you still listening to massa. And then you wonder why your ancestors aren't honoring you and respecting you as you're supposed to be honoring them, because do you think they would be listening to them? Hell no. You've made your choice. Congratulations. You have to deal with the effect, cause and effect. You chose to react instead of act. We have to stop misleading the children. We have to stop misleading them. So many youths have, so many of these dudes got guns, yo. I don't even know who bringing the trucks in to give it to them. And a lot of times I feel like, I'm going to just keep it real. I feel like even, because, back in the day, police will give certain hood niggas, go ahead and do that for me. And that's not far-fetched from now, because if you see the way things going, bodies is dropping like crazy. And I'm like, why, when they want to gentrify neighborhoods now, it seems like all of them, it's just massive bodies everywhere. Just now, every day. Every day. You hate yourself so much, Black people. You hate yourself so much that you can't admit that you are missing a love that you never had. Something in here you are missing that you never had, or you feel that you never had. So you want to act angrily, terrifying. And you want to have an issue with yourself. Yourself meaning your own out there. You want to have an issue with yourself. Knowing that we live on the same block. We under the same Section 8. We under the same housing. We under the same welfare. We get food stamps at the same goddamn time. We in the same projects, in the same building of the projects. And for some reason, even the same struggles we go through, but for some reason, when we walk out this building and we see each other, I'm mad at you. My mom's got 3 jobs. Your mom's got 3 jobs. You got baby moms. I got baby moms. I got kids here. I got kids here. But for some reason, we ignore all of that and we have an attitude with each other because you can't admit you really hate yourself, because you were taught to hate yourself. You were told not to love yourself. You were told you were ugly. Where the fuck in life you ever find this ugly? Out of the population of the world, anytime you come across a different person other than you, ask them what's their favorite dessert. I bet you it includes chocolate. You can't run from this, is what it's talking about. You can't run from this. This is always needed. Shit, they even call it dark matter. Because dark matters. You hate yourself that much. You hate yourself that much. And stuff, I'm going to tell you right now. I do not want to go. Okay? Well, my family has said this. And I'm saying my queen has said this. I'm sure y'all who know me have said this. But I'm not going to the doctor to check because I could be bipolar, ADHD, shit, the way I'm wired. Shit, you don't know. With that being, because there are moments there, this is all the time. This is why I'm doing this. Like, you know, a lot of times when you're doing a form of, we'll use therapy as a word, when you're doing a form of therapy on your own, it's best to get it out in the open, because something you say, someone else could be going through. I am no better than you. I'm not better than you. It's about the youth, because there's probably a youth out there right now saying to themselves, yo, there's nothing going right for me, man. Like, why am I on this earth, man? Why am I on this earth? Like, what is my purpose for being here? Every time I try to get through there, I never get through life. Nothing ever goes my way. Like I always help fucking people out. And there's someone out there going through it. But this is what I have a problem with. You know, people who have real mental issues, you know, they don't open their mouth and talk about it and blab it out and shit. You know that, right? You know why? Because they're either doing something about it or they have their own way of coping with it. What I don't like is you dumbass celebrity. Yo, this is crazy. You dumbass celebrities have drug problems, and when you get exposed to shit or get in trouble for something, the first excuse you have is, oh, I have a mental illness. Yeah, you do. You're a fucking crackhead. That's the illness. That is the illness. You party too damn much. You cause you know you're not a good. This is the, like, guys. This country was founded on wickedness. Where you gonna find good people at, huh? Remember I said there's not even a handful. You can still make a fist with the good people that they are in this world. Okay? Because when you meet someone, you automatically know that they're already gonna mislead you. 9 times out of 10, the people you come in contact with, you are automatically going to mislead you. I think we froze up. We froze up? Am I frozen? All right, there we go. Yeah. So you're going to get misled. Stop putting your faith in celebrity worship, in entertainment. I don't care who it is. But you know why I say that? Because at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about you. What are you going to do? How are you going to answer whatever call you have that you're going to get up there and make the moves on? How are you going to do that? Remember, we have kids watching us. And you notice we fucked up, because what these kids is doing now, yo. Damn near every damn girl walking with their moms wearing pum-pum shorts. Moms in competition with them more than ever. Grown ass people want to be young again. You want to act young again. Grow the fuck up. You're not young. It's done. It's over. Okay? You had your time. Once you produced a child, it was never about you again. If you didn't do what you had to do at that time, too late. You're a parent. It's done. Don't try to live your life through the child, because that's messed up. And you cannot persuade a child to live a life that you wanted, because then that child becomes your slave and has to bend to your every will. Girls, go sit, my daughters. Go upstairs. You're already on it. I hear it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, y'all. Okay. I don't have it. It's upstairs. So, yeah. So anyway, I was saying, hold on, let me close this door so I could have no interruption. Yeah, so like I was saying, those are the things that we have to understand with the youth, that it's about them, and every step we take, everything we do, everything we say, they're watching, they're learning, they're taking heed, they're taking notes. Shit, most of them, they taking notes on what not to do. But y'all have this obsession with these little entertainers, yo. Music is not music. So stop saying music is music. It's not. Music is so transformative. Music is transcendent. Music is adaptive. Music is fluid. Music is every single thing. And once you know how to manipulate sound, word power and sound, once you know how to manipulate that, I can get you to like any stupid shit I play. Bring my back in my pocket. Hand put that in my hand in my rocket. What? What? You don't even know what you just said. What did you just say? You don't even know what you just said. And then half of them now they're trying to make you think. They're trying to make you think that talking this way is how all black people speak. We don't speak like that. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I love my country people. You know what I'm saying? Country people have country accents. You understand? Even up north, we got our accent. Everybody has their accent. That's not what I'm speaking about. I am speaking about that way that they're speaking in them rap songs. We don't speak like that. Come on, we don't do that. We don't speak like that at all. So now you're trying to implement in people's minds that this is the way it's supposed to be. This is how they talk. As soon as they see us, they expect us to dress a certain way and look that way and act that way based upon what you listen to when you're with your friends. Oh, have you pulled up? Have you drove lately? Have you seen who's listening to this kind of music now? Every time I turn around, and I shake my head like, wow, yo. Wow. You notice they love listening to music where we're talking about slapping the bitch, killing the nigga, robbing the nigga, slapping the bitch. They love that shit right there. Because then when we have a concert now, then we can go on concert, and while I'm rapping, you can rap that out too. Or you can go back to your friends, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't saying, yo, my nigga no more. The new my nigga is bruh. Yeah, words. Words, baby. Let me get this door again. Words, baby. We use bruh. Bruh's the new nigga. Bruh's the new nigga. So now what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm not saying not to listen to music. What I'm saying is be intelligent. If you're listening to this stuff, yeah, it's good to listen to it. Yeah, be nice, rock. But know that that's not how you have to be. Listen to it, get what you got to get from out of it, which is you probably riding in the car, cleaning your house or whatever, jamming or what. That's it. Doesn't mean you have to be that way. That's it. From what I see, children's mind is a sponge up until they are like full-grown adults. And full-grown adult, I'm talking past 20. Because even in their 20s, their brain is still a sponge. They absorb a lot of dumb shit out there. For the most part, what I'm seeing is that they're gravitating to things more positive because they don't want to sit there doing the dumb shit that we did. But at the same time, there's a large population that is like, yo, oh, I think that shit is hot. There's a lot of children out there that feel this way. There are a lot of children out there that don't feel this way. When you want to attack an issue, the very first thing you must do is recognize that issue is there. Okay? Once you recognize that issue is there, the best thing for you to do is address it in the stage that it's in. If it's an aggressive issue, then you have to gradually take it there. You can't attack it head on, because if you're dealing with something aggressive, then you're going to have to get aggressive, and then nobody's going to see each other's point. You feel me? I told you I was gonna go bounce around. That's what but all of it is connected. All of it is connected. That dumb shit I'm seeing out there. And then now people can't even have a good time on the weekends, because when the weekends come up now, and since everybody been on lockdown, there's what do you call them? Chaperones. Those are the police. Chaperones. Every weekend, every corner, everywhere. Chaperones. Now people need babysitters because you can't party right. I have to watch you to make sure you are keeping in check with the guidelines. And everybody said, yeah, because partying and drinking was more important. You see how you found a way to tell yourself that you are not important, that you do not matter, that material and dumb shit is what you seek. You told yourself, you told yourself that by choosing that those clubs and that liquor store was more important. Now, don't get me wrong. It was in the household. I'd have took a drink too. But I'm in the house. Over here in the DMV, especially VA, they was in them bars. The whole lockdown, they was in them bars every day for a whole year. They was in them bars every day for the whole year. What was sad was people found an issue. Check this. Man, on the news, they were talking about parents had an issue being at home with their family. Dude, I'm home. Oh, dude, I love being with my family. I go to work. As soon as I'm at work, I'm like, okay, when do I get off so I can go back home to my family? What happened to loving being with the family? What happened to that shit? Oh, I can't be here. Yeah, the kids might get on my nerves sometimes too, but that's their fucking job. That's their job to get on your nerves. They're teaching me. That's their job. That is their job. You have a child ain't pissing you off, something wrong. You're not parenting right. You are not parenting right. I'm sorry. Them kids supposed to get on your nerves. Damn, if I had a bottle, I'll take this glass bottle and dip, but you can't say that to do it because, they're yours. But that's what they're supposed to do. They made it. Man, I can't be around my spouse and this. I'm going to go ahead and break up with them and get a divorce. Whatever. You wanted to do that in the first place. Just keep it real. Just keep it real. By you being in the house, you got upset because you couldn't do the normal stuff that you would do. Running your ass out in the damn street. Be honest. You notice people couldn't stand themselves being in lockdown. That shows you don't know who you are. You're not content because you're not even content with yourself. You couldn't even be content in your own home. You had a problem being under your own roof. You had a problem being under your own roof. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I think I froze up again. We good? Y'all still can hear me? Yeah. That's ridiculous. Now they're saying you're going to have to put your damn mask on again. You have to put it on again. Where is the intelligent people questioning these? Let me tell you something. I'm not a doctor, but I went to massage therapy school, and we dove deep in the knowledge of the body, nervous system, digestive system, okay? The nerves, veins, all of it, all of the diseases, fibromyalgia, you name it, we went through it all, the whole entire body. And I want to ask y'all people who also experience in the body and who are educated out there, does the science make sense? Now, science is my favorite subject. So somebody who's no science is into science, you can't play me for a damn fool. And I'm sure there's a lot of y'all out there who may be more, you might be way more intelligent than me, and I'm giving you that, and you know that as well. But whatever, monkey see, monkey do, right? Everybody chose to be lab rats. Lab rats are kept where? In the lab. In the lab. You were kept in your damn house. That was the lab. You took the shit. We have to wait for results. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to really dive in deeper to that stuff. Like, I'm just trying this channel out and stuff. If it turns into something else, that's because it did it on its own. That's because it did it on its own. Not because I sought to do that or anything like that. That's not the case. These are things that I'm always talking about. And I figure, since me and the Empress always reason together about it, other people have to hear it, and I'm including you guys on the conversation. For some reason, it's not making me look at my comments or whatever, but that's fine. I don't care. You can comment on our Instagram and stuff like that. For those of y'all who know me, you can comment and leave it there. But as I was going on to say, this thing is the youth is the one who we're going to have to depend on to look after us. It's going to be them. So we have to make sure that we have to give them everything we know. When you find someone worthy, especially these children, when you find a child worthy of this knowledge, you must go ahead and give them all of the information so they can go ahead and progress themselves. Everybody wants to be better. Everybody in some shape or form wants to be better at what it is that they're doing so they can manifest it and become their own person. Why is that so hard for people to understand? For the wrongdoers to understand? For these vultures out here to understand? I'm telling you right now, even in entertainment business, anything you want to do, anytime somebody wants to take your talent and manipulate it and exploit it, is a vulture, is a vampire, is a werewolf, is a succubus, a life drainer. Do you really want to live your life, and when you reach that very end, when you want to make your transcendence and you look back, do you want to feel like you did nothing with it? And what I mean by nothing with it, I don't mean like, oh, you wanted to climb Mount Everest or you wanted to travel all around the world. I'm talking about instilling the information and intelligence and knowledge to these children. So when you pass it on to them, you could see the greatness of the things that they did after your teachings. That's what it is. Youth, I'm telling y'all right now, I am going to be honest with you. And the number one thing is, I can't tell you how to think. I could never do that. And I never will tell you how to think. It is up to you to say to yourself, you don't want to be this way or you want to be this way. And if you are looking at yourself in the mirror, like I said yesterday, and you are asking yourself, is this the person I want to be? And you say no, then you know you have to change that. I'm telling you right now. My boy Ishay, he bring his son down here, and because I teach his son boxing and kickboxing, and we go down here and I give him a lot of the jewels too. And when he's going through his combinations and he's punching and he's hitting, and I'm letting him know, you need to express on that bag your strength, not my strength. This is you. If I'm telling you to punch all the way out, then I need you to extend all the way out. You go ahead, punch all the way out, because you have to show me your strength. You are building, you are building your strength. Hitting the bag, increases muscle build. Just like push-ups and everything, it gives you that lean and tone fit as well. So there's a lot of, that's why men and women hit the bag. There is benefits from hitting the bag. Hitting the mitts. There's benefits from that because with the mitts, it's body versus the gloves. Putting on that belly pad, making them hit there is also a strength builder. You understand? Kicking, shin kicks, round kicks, side kicks, hook kicks. It builds every part of the leg. Every part of your leg, your strength, your body. You get what I'm saying? So when I'm down here with him, and let me tell you, my man got nice. My little dude got nice. Y'all not messing with my little dude. My little dude will rock faces off right now. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry. Coming to a theater near you. But I tell him he has to express himself through his fist when he's down here. So he has to be able to utilize his power from his body. You understand? And this is what every youth has to do. And it doesn't have to be boxing, but you have to utilize your mental strength or whatever gifts it is. If you're a gymnast, utilize your strength in that. If you're a writer, utilize your strength in that. There's nothing wrong with being the smart kid. None of these youth now want to be the smart kid. Everybody want to be a thug and gangster. You don't have to be that. There's some who are really that, and they're there for that purpose. That is not your purpose. There's nothing wrong with being the smart kid. What's because you think you want women to follow you? If there's a woman that's looking for that gangster thug shit, that's not a woman you need. If there's a man out there seeking for that ratchet, dumb shit, then that's not a man you need. And let's be honest, 10 times out of 10, black women, black men, the people that you say out of your mouth, the things that you say you want out of a man and a woman, that is not what you want. Because when you meet someone that is the total opposite, that is the person you usually end up going with. So let's keep it real. Oh, I want this to have this and that and third. I want her to be like this, that, and the third. I want him to be like this, that, and the third. No, you don't. No, you don't. You know why? Because wanting is not a necessity. Wanting is a lust. Wanting is something small. It's not worth a value. Wanting is like taking $100 bill, going to the store to get something you want, and you getting change from it. The only difference is you ain't getting no change with the person that you chose from wanting. Does that make sense? If it don't, I don't have change. So you have to be clear with yourself and your heart and your mind of what you need, not want. If you're going by wants, everybody wants something. I want $1 million. Am I going to manifest it to get it? And what I mean by manifest, I don't mean like it's there. No, I mean, am I going to be able to do the things in me to wake up? Meaning there's probably a financial part of my brain that I didn't access yet to activate that part so I could be able to market myself in the right way to get that $1 million. Some people have aspirations of being rich. Some people have aspirations of being wealthy. There's a difference. Some people have aspirations of being intelligent. Some people have aspirations of being spiritual healers. Some people have aspirations of being spiritual warriors. Some people have aspirations of being media or public speaking. Whatever it is, do not let anyone, me, them, your family persuade you to do anything that you're not good at. If you are good at something, you have to utilize that talent because it's your talent. It's not mine. It's not my talent. And it's saddening when okay, you ever get one of these things that you're doing a talent and people are coming to you and then you show them your gift or you show them what you're working with and be like, yeah, I wouldn't do that though. I don't have time for that. Just that energy right there. You don't need to bother yourself with them. You don't need to bother yourself with them at all. Again, because I'm not up here for you to chase. I'm not here for you to be a fan. I'm here for you to tell the truth. You have to be able to use your brains and think. Think about your necessities. What are the things that you need in your life? And those are the things you're supposed to focus on. Like me, you know what I need? I need to eat. It's like I spend so much time about caring about other. That's just my nature. I care about whatever people are doing, and I'm willing to help someone. I don't, that's you. I love what you're doing. How do you need me to help? And I will just work, and I will not eat. I will not eat because in my mind I'm trying to get things done, But at the same time, the way my body is, my body tells me when to eat. That's the difference. So I'll fast during the day because during the day my body's not allowing me to. It doesn't want anything, and I'm not gonna force nothing down there. That's why we'll eat the fruit. I did the thing on the Instagram where I was eating the fruit or whatever, whatever have you. I was eating the fruit. So, but again, the necessity of it, the thing that I needed was I need the fruit to go into my body. I need those vitamins and minerals to go into my body because that helps me, my body, my brain, my thinking, all of the above. If I was here, see, that's the thing. If I'm here just to get numbers, I don't care about you guys. That's another thing that's an issue. People starting beefs for numbers. Let me explain to you something. There's no such thing as a verbal beef. I'm sorry to tell you that. For me, there's no such thing as a cyberbullying. You didn't touch me. You didn't hit me. You didn't hit me. So like, because you said fuck you or shut up or you stupid, that's beef? No, beef is when we are physically touching each other. If you touch me and you saying something disrespectful, then we have beef. This right here, use your head. This right here is pointless. You know why? Because yesterday when I was talking about that mess, real men do not speak. Real men do not bicker with each other. And that's the truth of the matter. If you want to use that term, real men don't bicker at each other. You know why? Because if there's something we need to come to a consensus with, we can debate. Of course, we can debate. But at the end of the day, we have an agreement. And there's no bad blood with the agreement that comes together. Because in that brotherhood is a union. In that sisterhood, there's a union. The brotherhood and sisterhood is a union. If I do something to you wrong, I'm not going to talk and bash you on social media. I'm not going to bash you and talk shit about you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come to you face to face, sit down peacefully, and address something that I heard you say that I did not like. That still doesn't mean beef. If I don't like something you say, that's not beef. That still doesn't mean I hate you or I don't like you. I'm still going to fuck with you. You know why? Because maybe that's how you really feel. If that's how someone feels, that's how they feel. You can't change. You can't get on somebody for feeling a way. You can't change their feeling. You can't make people feel what you want them to feel. That's mental slavery. You cannot do that. If you want people to go in accord with how your life is, then that's wrong. You have to live your accordance to how you want to live it. If you think that's good for you, go ahead. There's no point in you even listening to me or anybody else who's making sense. There's no point. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's not about you. It's about the experience that you're having there and the things you need to make manifest within you so you can share it with these children. It is the children. A lot of y'all really don't understand how much these children watch us. It's every single day when we're shopping and children could be with their parents. They're watching us. They're watching what we say, listen to what we do. Every single day, the children are watching us. And they feed off of things that we do. And the first thing that we like to do is instill fear in children. That's not good. That imagination needs to run wild. It needs to be expressed. Because within that imagination, they find themselves. They find out what their talent is, their creativity. And that's something we lost. We stopped using our, not me, because I still do it. I tell you right now, I use my I like being silly. I like being funny. I told you I'm going to have a comedy podcast, and I'm going to just go in on that. You know what I mean? But I separate the two because, like I said, I stay in my lanes. This right here is my lane. I went to film school. I'm going to utilize the camera. I had many projects and things I want to do with people, but you know how people are. People are not serious. They don't take things seriously. So I just utilize the camera and do things with myself and my family. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being, with that first half, we'll leave it at that with knowing themselves and these youth. Now let's go, because I know y'all seen Bruce, and that's Ali up there. If y'all ain't seen, let me let you. Yeah, I like that. Anytime I'm in this gym, when I come down to the gym, for some reason I end up on Ali's side. Yes, I always end up on Ali's side. So I know you seen Bruce and Ali there, and Bruce, Ali, and Lag Alung. I know some of y'all may not know who Lag Alung is, but if you ever heard of 36 Chambers of Shaolin, he did that movie. He did Mad Monkey Kung Fu, Legendary Weapons of China, Monkey Kung Fu again with Jackie Wu Jing. He did Drunken Master 2 with Jackie Chan. If you've seen Drunken Master 2 with Jackie Chan, he was that old guy Jackie Chan was fighting under the train. That's Lag Alung. And Lag Alung, he learned Wong Fei Hung's Kung Fu. Y'all don't know that. He learned Wong Fei Hung's Kung Fu, and descendant of Wong Fei Hung. His father was a student of Wong Fei Hung's, and they created the Lao family fist. And I fell in love with that. That was my thing right there. That thing was right. Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, so that was my Lag Alung was my thing right there. And a lot of people don't know who Lag Alung is because that here's the difference. When you have a real martial artist and you're expressing yourself through martial arts, a lot of people don't want to respect it because they want to see that stuff that they see in movies. Oh, fly and do this and zip line and all this type of fantastical shit. And that's not what it really is. You feel what I'm saying? That's really not what it is. True martial arts, whether you're doing Kung Fu, whether you're doing MMA, true Kung Fu, okay, is for the perfection of you. It's about self-mastery, and it is also about self-defense and survival. Those three things: spirituality, your mentality, right, and your physical. Always three. Bruce came in here and told y'all already he was expressing himself. And these moves right here is for the streets for you to survive. He already came and let you know that. Bruce already told you that. But again, you see the mind that he had, he was ahead of his time, just like Ali was ahead of their time. Because the way fighting has evolved now, you can see a lot of aspects of Bruce in movies and a lot of aspects of Ali in movies. But again, you know why? They tapped into what I was just talking about earlier. They tapped into themselves. They tapped into that God self that they knew was making them express themselves like that. And they ended up becoming something that the world was not ready for. And I'm sure all of y'all at home have a similar gift. Not martial arts, but it could be art. It could be hip hop. It could be singing. It could be music. You have that same goddamn thing. And you sitting there saying, how can I do this? How can I do that? You know what made them great? Because they didn't give a damn. And that's what some of us are lacking. Not caring about what other people think or say. I told you, ignoring is a spirit. That shit is an energy. Ignoring try it. You really don't believe me, do you? Ignore somebody right now for a week. Look at the power that has. Ignoring has when you don't care what nobody says about you and you doing your thing, you shine so much. There is a bright aura on you. You don't even know that. You know why? Because you listen to so much bullshit. You're going to have skeptics. Okay, if you're around your boys or your girls and you saying things and they're like, whatever, girl, whatever. It's okay for them to say that. But just because they say that, that doesn't mean you stop doing what you know you're good at. Not what you know that's true in your heart. You feel what I'm saying? No, do you feel what I'm saying? If it's not true in your heart, then you don't have to, you don't have to do it. But if someone is persuading you and telling you, girl, whatever, or homie, whatever, that doesn't, okay, let them feel like, you could feel like that, okay, move on. But they express something in themselves that made other people see. Look, I'll go back to Simone Biles. Remember when I said Shorty did them flips? You know how short she is? Who short like that could get that height? You feel me? For her to go that high and do flips that no one else can be able to do is for you to tap into something that you already knew you had in you. And don't sit there in front. All of y'all still have that childhood in you. And you know what I'm talking about. Something that you used to do as a child that you know nobody else could do, that you know how to do this still to this day. You never thought about making that manifest, making a business out of that? Why would I put you in something laborish when I know you have a gift that is so much more better than anybody else? You know why? Because I'm hating. And I don't want you to be, you know, when somebody laughs at you, when you have something going on with yourself and they laugh at what you're doing, that's because they don't want you to change. They still want you to be that old you. Look here, with growing up comes growth. Okay? So if I'm grown, I've grown up. Okay? And I have growth. And it's not just in my age and in my body, it's also my mind and my spirit. So the more wiser my mind becomes, I'm tapping into my spirit. We meeting now. So now me and my spirit meeting, like, oh, what up, nigga? You know, I've been calling you for a minute, right? You ready to get it popping? All right, let's do this. And like, look at us right now that are successful, family. Look at us, right? We have a lot of black female CEOs, a lot of black male CEOs in their own business, whether it's food business, whether it's hair, nail, whatever it is, whatever it is, they tapped into something. They tapped into that very thing that was like, somebody saw them and he was like, oh shit, you know how to do that? Yo, I've been looking for this the whole, yeah, I got it, come through. That's what we need to get back to. If you do something better than me, I am not upset at you. In fact, I'm like, damn, fine, I don't got to do the shit no more. I don't got to do the shit. You know how to do the shit, so I'm gonna come to you. Because you have something now that I need, you know what I mean? And I have something that you may need. You may need, let's say, I think it froze again. Let's say you are an artist, a specific makeup artist, like you do like costumes or whatever. And I don't know how to do that, but I do filming. I have a camera, I have lights, green screens, I have that. And I can make a script because I also am a writer, an editor, and a producer, so I can do that. I don't have a makeup person because I don't know how to do that. But because you're good at that, I'm not going to be mad at you. So if I utilize you, and if there's somebody in the cast that wants to pull you and use you for other stuff, I'm going to support that. I want you to do good. Yo, anybody that know me right now, I'm like so happy when y'all tell me, yo, AD, yo, I just did this. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, yo, hell yeah. I feel so good like it happened to me. I love that shit. I love that shit. Like, yo, I don't care who it is. It could, yo, son, I just got a farm. And oh, that's what's, look, I am not a farmer, but if you ever need help, ask me. Free of charge. That's me. That's the person I am. You don't believe me? Ask. And if you don't, I don't care. Because again, it ain't about me. That's how I operate. It's nothing that's about me. My lane is fitness, kung fu, filming. That's it. Somebody want to do something on the film? I'm here. Somebody want to do some fitness? I mean, those are my alleys. I will never get tired of doing that because it's fun for me. You get what I'm saying? Something that makes you alive, that you know you will never get tired doing. That is your passion. That is your talent. That is your goal. This bullshit out here that every fucking 5 minutes you see a little boy, a little girl want to be a rapper. That shit is whack. There's no money in hip hop. There's none. How do you know that? How do you know that? If everybody is doing the same thing, where the money at? It's like if everybody's on the same block, pushing the same weed, who getting the money? The only person getting the money is the one who's supplying them. Think, use your head. That's how you got to look at it. If everybody in hip hop is doing the same thing, the only person that's making money from it is the supplier. The supplier, the producer, the studio owner, whoever their agent is. You don't even understand. This is so beyond me. Like, you don't even understand when you watch things. People like to criticize and give their opinion on these things that I just said about, but you don't really analyze. You're not doing the research. Yesterday I spoke about, y'all don't even fucking read anymore. Nobody picks up a book and read. Yo, what's it? Yo, the original cause, the reflection loss, will has to give. That means you lost your will. You know why? Because you stayed in denial and you placed judgments on yourself. You placed judgments on yourself before anybody did. So it stopped you from doing anything you wanted to do. You did. You did. You know what I do? You know what I do? You know, if I want to go across the street, I'm across the damn street. No one's going to stop me from crossing the street. You know why? Because that's what I deemed myself to do. Oh, you can't walk over there. Why can't walk over there? Because all of us are over here. Well, watch me go over there. That's why I'm walking over there. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I'm not a gopher. Go for this, go for that. I'm not follow fashion. I don't do that, yo. I got my own code. I have my own way. And because I have my own way, I'm always going to come on top. And I'm not talking about one-upmanship. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about coming on top versus every negative thing that is thrown my way. Because I already told you, like, I don't like anything. I'm like, yo, people who know me, yo, I'm not around people like that. I people observe. When I'm out there and I'm doing my routes and runs, I people observe and I watch. And I listen, because you guys don't understand. Observation is the greatest form of learning. Listening is an art. Hearing is something you do. I'm going to say it again. Hearing is something you do. Listening is an art. So when you listen, close your eyes right now. Just everybody, just 30 seconds. Just follow me. Just if you don't want to do it, fine. But just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Follow me. If you close your eyes right now, just for 30 seconds, and listen to something, you listen to more than what you hear. If your eyes is open, you can hear, but when you close them, you start to listen. Now you're picking up the messages that you need to receive. Now, if you're listening, then you actually can listen to yourself, give you messages on what the fuck you've been doing wrong. What have I been doing wrong? Do you notice when you are around during the day and you're at work, or if you're at home and you have that time to yourself, do you notice your mind talks to yourself? You get on yourself about certain things, and then you ask yourself, why is this happening the way it is happening? Because you don't choose to check yourself, so yourself has to check you. Did you get what I just said? Do I need to repeat it? You want me to repeat it? That has ever happened to you? You know why that happens? Is because the same way how we get sick, the same way we catch diseases, is because the way our body speaks to us. Our mind speaks to us when we're doing something wrong that our conscience needs to be lifted off of. The minute you step outside, there's so many negative energies flying out there. The minute you step outside, it's already out there. You know why? Because you don't sleep outside. Only people that sleep outside is homeless people, so they would know more than any of us. But there's so many energies floating out there that the moment you step outside, that's why you have to tell yourself when you wake up and you plant that first left foot, and you plant it down, you have to tell yourself your mission is to go out there and be better than what you was yesterday. That's the first thing you do. Go in that mirror, you go wash your face, brush your teeth. I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. Once you have that intent creates manifestation, okay? Your intent on doing good makes you do good. It manifests in that. Your intent of having something will happen. You don't believe me? Do it. You have your own form of magic. Yes, for those of you who are into the spiritual, yeah, you get to your altar, you do your candles, you do your rituals, but you know what? You can't be like how religious people are and think that's just the end. What about your part? What about your part? You asked your ancestors for favor, but what about your part? You pray to God for help, but what about your part? What about the doing? You have to do your part. That's why I said there's so much talk of, that's why when people be like, they have these lectures and these debates and things like that, which is fine because they're the educational purpose. Trust me, it is fine to do that. But if you do that more than apply what you're talking about, okay? If you don't apply what you're talking about and you're talking about it more than applying, then it's doing more harm than good. It's doing more harm than good. And that's why I said, yo, if y'all like that little dumb shit and drama stuff, that's fine, because sometimes people need a little entertainment from the stress that they have in their life. But if you are if you are investing in it, you got to subscribe and make sure that's an issue. That means there's something in yourself that you're running away from, that you always have to find joy in other people's misery. Finding joy in other people's misery is messed up, because remember, there was a time where you was miserable. You have miserable days. So when your miserable days come up, is it fair for people to go on you and laugh at you or do whatever, or, all these words that's coming out, clickbait, all this bait, that bait, this bait, all these type of baits, and ain't nobody catching no fish. What the hell? All these bait around, where the fish? You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very mindful of yourself, because if you go, man, look, you ever had a dream? I'm gonna give you some. You ever had a dream and the dream felt, keep it real. You ever had a dream and it felt so real? You thought you was really there, like you were touching things and seeing things like how you see it. You ever had a dream and you felt like that? That was your reality. You really went through that. No, you went through that. All right, I'll give you another one. You ever heard of deja vu? Y'all heard of deja vu, right? You heard of deja vu, you have a dream, something, and then one day you're out in real life and it actually happened. That means you did it already. You're doing it again. There was something that you you're talking about traveling now. Yeah. How could I have traveled to my very own future and know that this was going to come? You want me to go back to everything I said in the beginning for you to understand that question? You should know the answer to that already. How the hell could I see something back then that's the future now? How could that? Because when you saw it, when you were in dream state or when you were astral projecting, when you saw it, it was happening at that time. It was happening at that time. There was a message in there. There was a message in there that you were supposed to grasp. You didn't grasp it, so now we're doing it again, hence deja vu. So now when you realize, you ever notice when you call out deja vu, normally when I do it, it hasn't happened in a very long time. But when I do it, I stop. I'll be like, hold on, this happened. Let me see. What mess up? Okay, I was here. You was there. That okay. And you said, nah, don't say that. I don't think we're supposed to do that. You ever walk in? I'll go simple to that. You ever walk in somewhere and something tells you don't go down that block? You don't know why. Like, it's not to say you a punk or you scared of anything, but just something in you just said, don't go down that way. And you didn't go down that way, and you got back home and you found out something happened over there. Okay. You fear yourself. I'm gonna keep going back to what I was talking about at the beginning. Because I told you guys I was gonna do this. I'm gonna keep jumping in and out, and I'm gonna do that. But that's what it is. It's fear of yourself. These two men did not fear themselves. They conquered themselves. Your lower self and your higher self. Your lower self, I'm telling you, is 99.9 you every single day. Every single day, that lower self is you. And there's only about 5 to 10% of the times when you're around your family or your loved ones that you are the higher self. You wonder why that is. Remember yesterday when I was talking about that stuff, everybody saying being a man and this being a man and that being a man and all. No, that's because you were on a survival mind. That's why. How do you defeat your lower self? The way to defeat your lower self, you got to confront yourself. You know where you've been messing up. You know you messed up. You know you did that. You know you cut him off when you was driving. People think small stuff like that, we don't receive our karma right away. You have to acknowledge that. You ever wonder why things happen? You don't remember when you cursed out that lady right there? And now you crash your car. With black people, we have to be careful when we do things because karma on us is instant. Instant. Like we do something today, at least 5-10 minutes or tomorrow, something come. So we got to stop doing shit to each other because it come right back on us just like that. Just like that. That's not meant for us. Again, when I said these two men had no fear, they conquered themselves. They conquered themselves because they knew there were things wrong with them. They knew there were flaws within them. You know there's flaws in you. I know there's flaws in me, but that's what I'm saying. Once we know that we are this way, it's easier to move on and tackle other things because we just buried that thing. We just say, oh, you used to do that? Ah, got you. Done. Move on. Oh, you used to act like that? Nah, stab that way. You know what I mean? And then you bury it. You bury it and you never see that person again until the warrior needs to come out. And you understand what I'm saying? So, back to them and back to Lao Ga. So, when I saw that when I was, I was younger and I got into the Kung Fu and the martial arts, and I was just fascinated by it because this was something that I didn't know a body can do that. I didn't know a human body can do that. I didn't know it can do all of these flexes and movements, and I was fascinated by it because the way the body moved, how it can do something, how I can grab, joint lock, slam, elbow, connect, all of those things. It intrigued me, so I said I have to get into this. Lao Ga Lung was the first one. I had to get into it. And once I got into it, I was like, well, I'm doing home guard because I like tiger style. I like tiger fist. Tiger fist to me, and it's not a competition, but tiger fist to me is very important because the aspects of a tiger, your body has to be agile. The legs of a tiger are strong. That's why when we do horse stances is like this because the energy draws from the ground up. You understand? So let me tell you, I went through it. This whole body went through it. You can ask up. Oh, what up, Jay? What up, Jay? You can ask Dante. Ask Dante when he hit it's like steel on this damn thing. So I did that, and I ended up getting 2 wooden dummies. I think we freeze up again. I ended up getting 2 wooden dummies. One that I got a guy, his wife used to do Wing Chun like in the 70s, like when it was coming into America and it was fresh. He said his wife did, so he had gave me that wooden dummy, and then one I made myself, and the log was so heavy. It was like a few years ago, the DMV had a real bad rainstorm, and that log was so soaked and heavy. I dragged it in the truck we had at the time, and I started to go ahead. And make the wooden dummy. Yo, D, you know, D. I went ahead and started making the wooden dummy. It was a wrap. It was a wrap after that. I know Wushu, Tai Chi, Wing Chun, Hung Gar, and my kickboxing, boxing, and I call all of my styles together. I call it Hung Wu Tai Chun. Hung Wu Tai Chun. Hung for Hung Gar, Wu for Wushu, Tai for Tai Chi, Chung for Wing Chun. Hung Wu Tai Chun. And then I throw kickboxing in there with, if it's more than one person, you want to use kickboxing. I'm just keeping it real with you. You even want to use Hung Gar or kickboxing. Them two, that's it. If you think you're going to jump in there with Wing Chun, you're going to get dropped. That's not the first thing you're going with. You want to break the body down. Okay? You want to break the body down to make the muscles soft on that person you're fighting. Then you go into your style. That's how you properly utilize martial arts. That's how you're supposed to do it. The energy. You grab that energy from the ground up, you bring it into you, and that's how you utilize your martial art. Okay? So that's pretty much, I told y'all towards the end, this is what I'll go into and talk about. As if you was here earlier, I went into it. I went into the whole thing. So, but for the most part, that's what it's about. It's about self-mastery, mastering yourself. That's what martial arts is for. For me, Kung Fu, did a lot of those things, and it transformed my mind into something different, because all of those things go in hand. Your consciousness, martial arts, all of that is all in one. Your yoga, your stones, your crystals, your kung fu, your tai chi, all of that is all in one. Okay? And especially for men, guys, us as black men, that is so good for us getting into martial art, because it just transformed the mind, man. And it transformed the person. It brings out the person that we really are and who we need to be. Analyzation is just part of the process. We have to do the work. Doing the work is working on yourself. Are we that lazy that we don't want to work on ourselves? That's what it is now. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at other people's lives who does not matter to us, because they're sitting there making whatever it is that they tell us is their money, and it's not. Because when they go broke, where was your assets? What did you invest in? So I'll get into more. I want to go ahead and do a Kung Fu movie channel, is where I'll go through the Kung Fu movies like Spooky Encounters. I don't know if y'all seen Sammo Hung's Spooky Encounters, but I'll talk into that. I will do a paranormal channel where I talk about the paranormal, because there are a lot of paranormal channels that do not know anything about spirits. They do not have any families that done any spiritual work or anything like that, and are straight misleading the people. I'm just telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably call that the spooky hour or some shit or whatever. And I'll have, but I do want to talk about Spooky Encounters with Sammo Hung, because Sammo Hung was to me, was the first overweight martial artist who could flip and do all of these acrobatic things. And he still lives to this day. I think he's in his 60s now, but he still could fight to this day, and bad, and he got hands. You know, Sammo Hung was very good. So I'll go into that. Trust me, I'm going back into these books. I will reference a lot of these books, more especially Right Use of Will, because you have to understand that you are the one putting the judgments and denials on yourself. You're stopping you. You're stopping you, and you're saying to yourself, oh, someone else don't want it that way. Or, you know, the government can't let you do. Or, you know, the police won't say that. Or, you know, the boss won't let you do. No, it's you. If you really want to do something, do it. I'm not saying go out there and rob somebody. You know exactly what I'm saying. If you want to do something that you know is going to make you happy, is going to make you proud, just go and do it. Do it. It's for you. It's for you. Remember, thought creates the atom, and then it will manifest. But at the same time, don't have too many thoughts, because thoughts can be a distraction, because it prevents you from doing action. You have to do action. Action. All right? You have to do action. Stop preventing yourself from moving. If you want to move forward, then stop moving backward. You ever seen something you never seen before, or looked at an experience you never seen before, and you question yourself if you should do it? Do it, because you don't know what door up here you'll open up. So what? You never did yoga. Try one day. I ain't saying go to a yoga studio. I'm just giving an example. Just try one day. Oh, you never did fencing. Try one day. You never did hiking. Try one day. Be in nature. We always was in nature, family. Why we don't like doing it no more? It's go for a hike. You don't know what experience you will have in yourself going on a hike. Do you know how you will feel going on a hike? Oh my God, smelling the trees, seeing the streams, you know, the lake, you know, it's just different birds you hear chirping, you know, just the atmosphere of that alone, because, you know, we're related to trees as well. We're connected to every living thing in here. So why not be a part of it? We are nature. Why not go be around them? Enjoy a hike. Enjoy get blessed from nature sometimes. Y'all get food. Y'all have a plate of food in front of you. And y'all to say grace, right? You say grace, right? But you ever thank the spirit of the food? The chicken had a spirit. That steak eating had a spirit. That rice, all of that. Remember, everything in nature is connected as a spirit. Did you even thank that? Did you thank what was on your plate for being on your plate? Oh, Those of you who are into martial arts and you have spears and sticks, did you apologize to the tree for damaging it? Did you ask permission to grab that branch to make your? You see, all of these things. Why wouldn't that apply? Why would it apply just to humans and it wouldn't apply to nature? Okay, so it's been good. All right, I'm about to go upstairs and hold the meds now. About that time. I don't know if I'm going to do one tomorrow because I am taking my master's and I have a couple of assignments to do. So if anything, if I don't do nothing tomorrow night or Saturday night, I'll probably do a Sunday one. And a Sunday one, it probably just be a regular live, and I'll probably save the serious conversations for like the week, and then like the weekends, maybe I'll start the comedy thing. Who knows? We never know. But it's always good talking, and expressing and, getting these things out. If some of y'all have the same views, that's fine. If you don't, that's also fine. As long as we can have this conversation together, and you can make whatever opinions and comments you want. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not there to beat you up. We're not there to beat each other up. We are learning together. We will forever be students of this earth. Okay. So, with that being said, peace in the Middle East, rain in Spain.